Mike and Danielle McGavock have already adopted 6-year-old Isaac and are fostering and in the process of adopting Sydney, who is 15 months old. The McGavocks considered many options before deciding to go through the Cherokee Nation's foster adoption program.
When we got on the website, there's just so much information, and when we contacted them, they just gave us this huge packet with tons of information, answered all of our questions, and so we just prayed about it, and we felt like that's who we were supposed to use. I'm Cherokee, and that's very important to me, and so if we were to have biological children, they would be part Cherokee, and so it just made sense, to do that.
I think their training that they put together was very thorough. I think that they had resources available for anything that you needed. We had questions, and we did not realize just how far-reaching the Cherokee Nation Indian Child Welfare Department was, but they have been absolutely fantastic. Isaac was DHS primary with ICW secondary, and Sydney has been ICW complete. I can't brag enough on ICW.
We've had a really good experience with them.
Cherokee Nation Indian Child Welfare actively recruits, trains, and certifies Native American families to meet the needs of Cherokee children for foster and adoptive placement. By passing the Indian Child Welfare Act in 1978, Congress guaranteed Indian children the right to stay connected to their tribes. This unit helps ensure that Cherokee children who cannot be cared for by birth parents can benefit from new and permanent ties with Native American families through adoptions or guardianships.
They would come and say, hey, do you need anything? Whenever we got the call to take Sydney into our home, they were on their way from the hospital trying to find a place to go with her. And we said, absolutely, we'd love to have her. We just aren't prepared yet. So they came by, they brought a car seat with them, and they brought a lot of resources that we would need
to kind of get us through until we could get
the first couple of days till we could get to Walmart
until we
and
could get
going.
We got the call, and like 3 hours later we had a baby girl, and so we were kind of in shock and survivor mode, and they were like, it's gonna be okay, and they were really supportive.
The process with Isaac, whenever we had our ups and we had some downs, but let me tell you, I would do it all again in a heartbeat.
Awesome. Yeah, I agree with that.
It's just important to us to be able to love her and make her part of our family, and be able to keep her in the culture that loves her, because as I mentioned before, family and Cherokee Nation are nearly the same word. It's
when we did choose to go through the Cherokee Nation, it just made sense because, like Mike was saying, that Cherokee is family, and so these children are basically, our family.
Currently, the ICW group is working 722 cases within the 14-county jurisdiction and 839 cases outside the jurisdiction, including Oklahoma and other states. The total number in Oklahoma alone is 1,032. There are 120 adoptive homes, with 78 in Oklahoma and 42 out of the state. The 120 homes can be deceiving because there are a number of homes that want to adopt babies or young toddlers only. 39 foster homes for 1,032 Cherokee children for the state of Oklahoma alone is a daunting task.
Talk to us, talk to someone and the one thing, we're always encouraging our friends, to get involved somehow. And I think the thing that scares people is, okay, well, I'm not at a place where I can have children, living with me, but there's so many other ways that you can be involved in foster care.
Let me tell you about respite care. Sometimes a foster family needs to travel or needs to be able to do something, and that they can't take the child across state lines or things of that nature, and they can call you up, and if you're available for that week or whatever, then you get a foster and spoil that kid for a week and then send them back, and then if you're not available, then they'll call someone else, but they're always in need for homes like that.
You dance?
No, you can't dance.
You dance.
Ooh.
Hey, if you take him, what do you have to say?
Check.
Good job, buddy.
A family willing to open their home to Cherokee children in need of temporary or permanent care may apply to become a certified placement resource home with the Cherokee Nation. The following basic guidelines must be met to begin consideration. At least one of the applicants must be a citizen of a federally recognized tribe or be a relative of a child in the care of the Cherokee Nation. Both applicants must be 21 years of age or older. To become certified with Cherokee Nation, a home study must be completed. Cherokee Nation conducts home studies within a 4-hour driving distance from a Cherokee Nation Indian Child Welfare office, and that includes all of Oklahoma and select areas in Arkansas, Kansas, Texas, and Missouri. If a family lives beyond this driving distance, the home study can be contracted out to a licensed social worker in the area in which the family resides. Cherokee Nation Indian Child Welfare, preserving one nation, one family, one fire, one child at a time. For more information, call 918-458-6900, toll free 1-866-376-9319, or log on to CherokeeKids.org.